Good morning, everyone. It's Sarah with Paint and Party. I'm excited to do some kids crafts with you guys today. I know everybody is home with kids and maybe needs a little activity to kind of break the craziness today. So we are going to do these cute little Easter bunnies with toilet paper roll. So everybody's been buying all this toilet paper, right? So I figure we're gonna have a lot of toilet paper rolls hanging around. So I thought this would be a fun craft to do today. So what we're going to do first, we're gonna need our scissors. We're going to need a paintbrush. I've got 3, but that's just because I like to toggle between them. It does not matter what paintbrush you have. You could use anything that you have on hand. If you don't have a paintbrush, get a makeup sponge, like a regular sponge. You could cut a little sponge up. Really, anything will work to help get the paint on the toilet paper rolls. Okay, I've got a couple that are already halfway painted. I've also got just some paint. I use the apple barrel paint from Walmart. I've got just some Easter colors here. I've got purple, this is wisteria, pink parfait, lemon, Atlantis turquoise, but you could do whatever colors you have on hand. I've got a cup of water to rinse my brushes. And I've also got a hot glue gun. If you don't have a hot glue gun, you could use any kind of glue. Even like Elmer's will work. I don't think a glue stick would work, but really any kind of glue will work, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pick what color we wanna use. We're gonna put this on the plate, which I've already got mine on there. And we're gonna use our scissors, and we're just gonna cut the toilet paper roll. And this is about maybe a little less than 1/2 of an inch, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, if it's larger, that's okay too. Depending on how many toilet paper rolls you have, will depend on how many you want to cut. Okay, so you cut all those out. Try to kind of shape them back so they're a circle. Okay. All right, and I'm just gonna take my paintbrush. Pick a color, and I'm just gonna start painting this on there. And these inexpensive pastel paints, they have a lot of white in them, and so one coat should do it, but if you want to do 2 coats, that's okay. You don't want to make it too globby. You want to try not to put way too much paint on there. Just try to get it on the toilet paper roll. Now you could paint the whole toilet paper roll before, but I wanted to have multiple colors and excuse me, but what was I saying? Oh, it's hard to cut once you have that paint on there. You have to let it really dry or it'll get yucky, okay? All right, so I am gonna paint the inside, but I'm going to just hang tight. I'm gonna let that just dry a little bit. I'm gonna set it off to the side. I'm gonna rinse my brush. I've got some napkins here. Rinse my brush out. And I'm going to switch to some pink. I'm just mixing this up because I have some light and some dark in there. I have some of this pink parfait. I had first put this Princess Pink, but it was a little lighter than what I wanted, so that's why I've got 2 colors that I just mixed together. Just gonna keep painting this. You could do so many different things with these. You know, you could make a snowman, you could make a flower, you could do all kinds of things with these toilet paper rolls. I'll probably be showing some more crafts this week with them. Okay, so I've got the pink. Now I think for my last body part, so we're gonna have 3 circles for the body, and then we'll have ears, and we'll have a little one on the bottom too, okay? So you should be able to get, oh, I've already got yellow. So you should be able to get all of that out of one toilet paper roll. Okay. Do some yellow. It's gonna be like bright and springy, even though it's gloomy and rainy outside. And you know, any brand of paint will work, so whatever you have. I know at our Dollar General they have some acrylic, just inexpensive little bottles you can get on Amazon. Order some. I mean, I know it's not really a necessity, and we're not supposed to be out and about for things that aren't a necessity, so I try to kind of use things that we have on hand. Okay, so I've got these 3 painted on the outside. I'm gonna go back to my purple one that I did first, and I'm going to paint the inside, okay? So I'm just gonna sit it here on my plate. You could sit it wherever. I wouldn't sit it directly on a table. So I'm just gonna get inside here, get the okay. All right, sit him back over here. Now I'll do the pink one. It's kind of hard not to get paint all over your hands with this craft, which is part of the fun, I think. I think it makes you look like you're a real artist when you get lots of paint on your hands. Okay. And if you have more paint on yours, you may want to let them dry a little longer, just so you're not getting quite so much paint on your hands, which you may not mind, but okay, yellow is finished. All right, now I already had some turquoise ones painted on the outside, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint them on the inside, but you will want to just grab 2 more and paint them whatever color you want for the ears, so they will be on top of our bunny. And you know, you could always do different colors on the inside than you do on the outside. You can make whatever colors you want. and mix your colors together. Okay, so there's one ear and 2 ears. And I'm going to make the very bottom base part a green, but you could do whatever color. Okay. Okay. There's our second ear. Okay, now you can kind of check out your others, see if there's any spots that you missed, if you need to, you know, if you want to go over them again. Make them look any different. You could also add, like add polka dots to them. So you could put a little bit of paint on your brush and just dab some little dots on there. Make some polka dots. Make sure you rinse that off or you will have a mess when you go and grab a hold of it. Okay, I think I'll do some turquoise polka dots on my pink here. Grab some green paint. And I'm going to paint the inside of the bottom. This is just, I think it's mountain forest. It's just a dark green. But again, you could use any color. So this is going to be the base where he's going to stand. So I am just going to put some green on the inside. I already have the outside painted. You could do really anything on it. You could make stripes, you could do whatever. Just try to let it dry in between coats. It makes it easier. Okay. All right. So when you go to put this all together, make sure you have like a piece of paper laying down or something so that you don't get any paint that's still wet all over the table. But you want to give it a little bit of time, let it dry before you start to glue, because you will really get a lot of paint on your hands if you don't. This purple one's already dry. So what will happen is we're gonna have one here. Oops. We'll have, and they can go in any order. So there's the body. And then we'll have ears, bunny ears. And we'll have the bottom. Okay. Alright, so I have my hot glue gun. Be careful if you you know, if your mom's not around or whatever, don't use this unless you ask first. But like I said earlier, the Elmer's glue or any glue that you have on hand should work just fine. It may just take a little bit longer to dry. All right, so the first step is I'm gonna put a little bit of glue in between this green, and I'm gonna push it together, and I'm gonna hold it. Okay, so that's gonna be the bottom. Okay, okay, so I've got my glue in between there. I just kind of pushed it, let it dry for a second. Now I'm going to, we're not going to squish this one, we're just going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom, and then we will glue the bottom on. Okay. And if you're using the Elmer's glue, you probably will have to hold it a little bit longer. It doesn't dry quite as fast. Okay, and then, oops, those stuck together with paint. Okay, got a pink one. And yellow. Obviously yours can go in any order, any color. It's your bunny. Okay, make sure you're drying, letting it dry a little. Okay, now the ears, I'm gonna just put some glue on the bottom here. And I'm going to just stick it right there. And then another one. Right there. Okay. And you want to make sure it's not too stuck to your piece of paper underneath, like mine just was. So make sure you pull it off before your glue completely dries. I'm gonna have to re-glue this little guy. Okay. More glue. I think that's partly my paint was still a little bit wet. There we go. And then you can lean him against something. You can glue him to a piece of paper. Whatever you want. But there we go. There's our bunny. And you can make as many as you want. You can put multiple ones together. They can have friends. There we go. So thanks for painting with me today, guys. Watch for another craft soon. Bye-bye.